Aventuria, the world of the Dark Eye, a land of warriors and magic that has given rise to legendary heroes. Now, in the Aventuria card game, you take on the role of one of those great legends.
So we're ready to go. We are going to pick our first player. Oh, we have our mage. The mage is going to be our first player up. Okay, we've already selected our 2 cards. Everybody now has a chance to put 0 or 2 cards down. So we're going to do that, 0 or 2 cards. I've sort of pre-selected them just here to save a little time. Okay, these are our energy. And we're going to go here. Yeah. So we have our 5 cards each. We've drawn our up to our 7 previously. We're going to start here. First thing she's going to do is she's going to use her knowledge. We should have 9 here. We're going to use our knowledge. So she has rolled a 15, so she has failed. Okay, and then she's going to use her magic ability, and she's going to roll a 20-sided dice, so she's going to spend the last of her mana to attack, and we're going to go after I don't know, well, let's go after the cowardly guy. 14, she hits, so she had rolled a 6. If she rolls a 2, pretty much 3 left on this guy. It's really important for us to try to get to the name as quickly as we can, or else bad thing happens, or else it starts to get an extra roll every time. We're going to come over to here. First thing we're going to do is he's going to try to use his crafting, I believe, because his crafting is the best. I think his crafting is 14. Yeah, you can see right there, 14. So he's going to roll his 20-sided dice. Let's just move this over a little bit here so you can see. He does it. No, that is a, what is that? That is a critical, oh, okay. That is a 1 or a critical, critical. So we actually got a critical, so we're going to do that. And because it's a critical, he can actually pull another card into his hand. Ooh, nice axe. So now he's got 1 left. Instead of tagging, I think what he's going to do is he's going to put this athletics out and give himself a little bit of hope when trying to dodge a battle here. Okay, there we go. We're going to come over to our wonderful ranger here. So I think the first thing she's going to do is she's going to do the same thing. She's going to add a mana so they could try this. Now, I believe Persuade is her best, which is only a 10, I believe. Let's just see here. Persuade 10, yeah. Knowledge is 8. Yeah, craft is 8. So she has to roll a 10 or less. 10 or less. 20. Critical failure. That means I lose a card at random into the discard pile. That one here. Oh, and I was hoping to keep that one. Okay, so that's her discard pile right there. That's nasty. Okay, next she's going to do is spend the 1 to fire off a arrow. So she has 12. So she's got to roll a 12 or less. 6. There we go. Roll 5. Took care of the goblin. Our rangers are always super good. We'll get rid of that. And there we go. 1, 2, 3. That is, everybody's had their turn. Now it is time to roll for our bad guys. We're going to start with the leader, then we're going to go across. He gets 2 as per the instructions, and then we're going to take a timer off. Remember, when we lose all those timers, we're going to add another henchman. So there we go. So let's take this off. Now these are just straight D20 rolls. So let's see what we got here. We're going to roll the first roll right here. And he rolls a 15, which is a big bowl of nothing. Evil laugh. Then he goes again. He's going to roll a 10. Healing spell. Heals all his fellow warriors by 5. Well, that doesn't do any good at this point. So we have dodged a bullet. We're going to start right here with our hook, Joe. So I'm going to just put these over here up above, only because I want to be able to take these cards off. He's got 20. Now remember, this is the starting player at this point. Okay. Yeah, so that way we can lift up our card. We are going to roll a D120. He is a 4. I think 4, sort of you want the higher is the better numbers for us. But let's just take a 4. 4 says, 2, it is an attack. A random hero suffers 1d6 plus 3 melee. A random hero. So we are going to, okay, we're going to mix these up. I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm going to put them like this. And further randomize them by saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3. 1, 2, 3. So this is the person that's going to take 1d6 plus 3 damage. That is our... So he is going to take 1d6 damage. So let's hope 3 plus 3. I think that's what it was. Yeah. So he is going to take 6 damage, taking him down to 34. 36, 34. So he is at 34 at the moment. We're going to come across, basically do the same thing again. We are going to roll for our orc warrior. We really want low numbers. That is a 9. 9 says attack. A hero chosen by the group suffers 1d6 plus 3. Okay, chosen by the group. They all start out with 40. He's already got... Okay, well, let's go with our range. Oh, now I forgot that he could actually potentially dodge half the damage. So let's roll our... We have to roll a 6 or less. And we did not. Okay. So we're going to go over here. We're going to, first of all, see whether or not... What the damage is. So that's a 1d6 plus 3. Oh, that's 9 damage. So we need a 6 or less. Whoops. We need a 6 or less for that damage. Ah! So he's going to take 9 damage. Oh, my God. So he's going to take us down to 31. Just like that. Oh, you can see how painful this is. Oh, my gosh. And then our last... we just picked the nastiest buggers right off the bat. There's another orc highwayman. Let's hope for a really high number. 14. 14 says nothing. Shouts an orc curse. So the turn was not necessarily good for us. We are going to take our turn marker. Have to take that off. We have nothing to do at this point other than to start right over again. Okay, so we have all our mana. The first thing we're going to do is take all our mana back, okay, which is really for us is going to amount to our pool here, which I am using those little things for. Everybody is going to take 2 more cards into their hands. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. Then what we're going to do is see who goes first. Who is going to be our starting player? Okay. Boom. Oh, there we are. Same again. Okay, that's fine. So, what are we going to do? There's some hard choice. So I'm going to get rid of this one. And then... Shoo, I want to keep that. That's a good one. Might want to keep that or bow. 6 of one, half into the other. But that's a better one. I'm going to leave that here. So there we go. So there's his 2. So he has a pool of 4 now. What do we got here? Oh, we got 2 new cards. I want to be able to maybe get this out. That out too. Okay, I'm going to get rid of this. Some really hard choices. These two work really well together if I can get them out. But I'd like to get that, and I'd like to get that. Okay, there we go. Wow. Tough choices. And then we're going to come over here. That might be one we want to keep. I want to keep that. I want to keep that. I want to keep that. Okay, we're going to go one. Boy, it's really tough choices here. And this one there. Okay. That is my dogs, as you know. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to use one of our mana. We have 4 actually here. And we're going to try to use our knowledge to guess their name. We need a 14 or less. We rolled an 8. There we go. That leaves us with 3. With 3 mana to go. We need 4. Okay, we're going to put out a... so we're going to put out a sling for 2. And then what we're going to do is use our sling for the 4th one. So we're going to tap our sling, and it does... it is a ranged attack. It does 1d6 plus 2, assuming that I hit an 8. So I need an 8 or less on our D-sided dice, and we roll a 18. So that is a failure. So his turn is done. We're going to come over to here. And I think we're going to use his crafting ability, right? 14. So we're going to use our crafting ability for our first thing to try to take that down. So we need a 14 or less. 13, perfect. He is down to 6. Okay, and then we have lots more to do here. This would be great to get up, but he doesn't have enough. 4, right? We can add to our bow, but that doesn't really help us at this point. I think what we'll do is 14, 10. I think his best bet would be to get this shield out at least. At least it'll give me a little bit of shielding when he gets attacked, at least once. Or I guess we could do this one at a time. Okay, what we're going to do is spend 2 here, and that's going to give him plus 2 on his right there, plus 2 for arrows. Let's make a little bit, even though he is, and then I'm going to spend 1 to do his basic attack, which is a 1d6, assuming he gets a 14. 2, almost a critical. Okay, and a 1d6, so he's going to go after this guy right here. So he's going to need at least a 3 or more to do any damage at all. And he does a 6. He's going to do 4 damage, actually, because he subtracts 2 for the thing. So that's pretty good. We got him down a little bit, and we've used up all 4 of his. And now it is our ranger's turn. It is our ranger's turn. Let's see what the ranger can do. Okay, I think what we're going to do is, though, we're going to do just exactly that. We're going to keep trying to knock this out. Her highest is a 10. So, she's trying. I mean, she's not as good as the other ones in terms of perception, I think it is, or persuade. So, she's going to need a 10 or lower. 5. Whoa, there we are. Then I think what we're going to do is we're going to spend 2 right here to play a snare. So the snare will allow us, in an adventure, you may play this card before an opponent rolls the action die. The opponent loses 4 life. So we're going to play that snare just like that. We have 1 left, so we're going to just do a basic attack, which is 12 or less. We rolled a 12. We are going to try to get past that guy's defense. So he has to roll basically for 3 or more to get any damage. 1 or 2 is going to get negated. 1, nothing. So because we didn't hit though, we do get a fate that will allow us to let somebody re-roll a dice. Okay, that is that. This snare is up. I'll just put the snare here to remind us that that's not part of these cards here. That is the end of this turn. We are now to our big guy. So as you know, he gets 2. So let's roll the first one. The first is a 6. And the 6 says, heal heat weapon. The hero with the most fate must select one of the weapons in play and put it back in their hand or lose 2d6. If they have no weapons, nothing happens. Well, you know what? We have no weapons. This is not defined as a weapon. It's equipment. So that is the first one that didn't hurt us. Thank goodness. Next. 17. That's not good. Nothing. Evil laugh. We're going to come across to our Hook Joe. Let's hope for something reasonable. And that's not what we get to, though. We got a 12. 12 says, attack a hero. A hero. Okay, I can't read that. Little eyes. It says 12. Attack a hero chosen by the group suffers 1d plus 6. 1d plus 6. She's got a chance. He's got a chance. I guess let's go over here, even though that's a 5. Okay, let's see. 1d plus 6. 1d plus 6, eh? A 3, sorry. 1d plus 3. So he's got a 2. That's a potential 5. Whoops. We got to roll. So we have a 5. If we get a 5 or less, 17. So we're going to take 5 damage over here. So that's going to take us down to 35. We're going to come over to here. We're going to roll our next dice, and that is our Orc Warrior. He rolls a 13. Nothing. He twirls his 2-handed hammer. And then we have our Orc Highwayman. He is going to roll a 2. Attack the starting hero with a 1d6 plus 4. This is our hero, 1d6 plus 4. Okay, we're going to roll. Oh, that would be 10. So if we can roll a 5 or less, we can mitigate 5 of that. 16. No, she's going to take a 10 full damage. So that's going to take us down to 25. Wow. And now a timer is off again. Let me take another timer off. Oh, we forgot to use our snare. Oh, okay. Well, next turn. We'll use our snare next turn. Okay, so we will be able to use our equipment again. Whee! There we are. Get our pool of mana going here. You can see the mana. I'm calling it mana, but it's not really mana, really, is it? Okay, but there we are. We have a snare here that we can use. Okay, everybody's tilted up. We are now going to add 2 cards. 1. Keeping these straight are going to be very, very difficult here. So we've all taken, we have a fate, so we can re-roll. We are going to take our cards. They hit very, very hard. So we're going to need to get some big guns going in a minute. See who's going to go. Who's going to go first here? Okay, good enough. Up, our paladin dwarf. He's going to come over here. He's taken his 2. Maybe he can get a weapon down. Jeez, he's all about that. There's some really good stuff here. Tell you what, we're going to take this one. And we're going to keep that. I want to keep that. I want to keep that. I want to keep everything. But I think we can't. So we're going to do that. So he has 6 altogether right now. Okay, this spell is one. We want to keep this spell. I could just go with 5 maybe. Okay, let's just try this with 5. See how that goes. Wow, it's a tough decision here. There's not a lot of cards here that I'm really liking. Okay, let's add that one. And that one. Oh, that's tough. Okay, so everybody, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6. Okay, so we're just gonna put these up, and we're gonna start. I'll do it a little bit differently, so we know what we have. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, normally you wouldn't play this way, but I'm trying to sort of keep a track of, what's going on in terms of, the space on my table here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's 6. Okay, and we're going to go first. First thing he's going to do is he's going to spend 1 to try to craft, which is, I think, his 14. Let's take a look. I think it's 14. Yes, 14, 14, 14. Yes, he's going to craft and sing a song. Sing a song. He failed at 16. That's okay. He can't do it again. Only can do it once. He's going to come over to here. He is now going to spend 1, 2, 3, 4 to get his axe out. Oof, now at least we got a bit of a heavy hitter here. Let me just put that down here below. So he has his axe. We can spend 1 more because there's no summoning sickness here. And so we're going to attack 1d plus 4, and we have to 14. So let's hope we get a 14 or less. We do. Oh, that is a critical hit, which means I'm allowed to take a card into my hand, which is nice. And now we're going to do 1d6 damage. And I think we're going to go after, who's the nastiest bastard here? I think the Orc Warrior right here. And he has a 3, so we're going to do at least 1 damage. 4 plus 4 is 8, so we're going to do 5 damage on this guy right there. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, that is the end of his turn. He has nothing left. We're going to come back over here. Oh boy, oh boy. So she's going to spend 1 in hopes that we can, so you're going to need a 10 or less. 3 does it. So we got 4 now. 1. I think what she's going to do is, well, she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, actually 5 because we've used 1. So we have 5. So I think she's going to use 3 of them to add and evade. Just like that. We have 2 left. I think what we're going to do is use 1 for a basic attack. So her basic attack is 12. 20, that is a critical failure. What that basically means, I miss. And then we close our eyes. And we take our card that we were hoping to play next turn into the discard pile. That did not work at all for us. And that is the end of the turn for them. We're going to come over to our mage who has 5. Okay, so we do have a sling, which is good. So first thing I think we're going to do is she's going to test her knowledge. Okay, so her knowledge is 14 as we know. 12, good, there, bang, down to 3. Okay, next thing we know, we're going to spend 3, and we're going to go Wraith of Elements. There we are. And then we're going to spend our last one to use it, actually. So we're going to turn it. That's our last one. And it says it's a magic attack, 1d6 plus 3. So we have a 14 magic attack. Again, we're going to go right after him. So we are going to do minimally at least 1 damage, maybe. 6, which is good. And then we're going to do a 1d6 plus 3. So we know we have at least 3. We're going to get by that armor. We're going to get by the armor. Not a problem. And we roll a 6. Bang. Whew. Starting to feel good now. Starting to feel good. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're starting to feel good about some stuff here. There we go. That is it. Everybody's used their mana. This has been used. This has been used, as we know. There's nothing left. He's got his hands here. Okay, that is it. We're going to come back around to our nasty guy here. Best thing for me would be healing 13 to 20. So let's go high. We're thinking high, high, high. A2 is not high. 2 says, Cobalt Curse, the hero with the most endurance cards, returns one random endurance card to their hands. So this is either him or him. We'll return one to my hand. There we go. Okay. Roll again. It is an 11. Healing spell. Heals all fellow warriors 5. So he's going to go back to 15. Because that's kind of like what we like. We don't want, and we're going to put 5 back onto him, eh? So that's going to make, he's 9. Yeah, 5. There we are. Nasty. Okay, now we're going to come across over here. Best thing is 13 to 17, and we rolled a 13. That's perfect. He hits nothing. This guy is the same. Let's go 10 to whatever. 11. Nothing. So far, we have come out of this pretty well. 11. Attack. A hero chosen by the group suffers 1d6 plus 2. I'm going to go with him because he might be able to dodge it. Actually, the dodge is high here, 8. So we're going to do 1d6 plus 2. Whoops. 1d6 plus 2. 5 is 7. So if we can roll an 8 or less, we can do like 4 damage. 20. Critical failure. That means... And we still take a full 7 damage. So we're going from 31 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 24. This was not a good turn for us. It is our turn. Everything's going to get flipped up here. 1, 2, flip up, flip up. Everybody's going to get 2 cards. 1, 2, 2. 1, 2. Oh, it's got her snare. Oh, but I didn't have to. So I could actually discard this card after an opponent rolls an attack. The opponent loses a 4. So I could actually considerably do that. So I'm going to use this card and smack him for 4. There we go. He's gone. Okay, but he's still... I don't have much in the way of cards anymore. Okay. We are ready to reset. And he has a fate card still, so we could re-roll dice. So let's go and see who's going to... so we don't really have good weapons on our ranger yet, but we're starting to get some power here. Starting to see some power. Oh, and then this comes off, which is our 5th. Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it next turn? So the next turn, 8, 7, 6. So the next turn we're going to add somebody. Okay, so let's. Okay, there's the one that wants to go start. Oh, it's like dwarf is going to go first again, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only have 5 mana here now because we lost mana, remember? So we may have to add more to the pool. Let's just see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for now, 5 for now, 6 for now, but we're going to see who's going to add more mana. Okay, we're going to come over to here. I'll take these 2. So I'm going to take these 2 and put them under. That's going to give me 2 more mana for a total of 8. I'm going to put these 2 under. See if we can maximize some mana here. I'm calling it mana, but it's not really mana, energy, whatever you want to call it. And we have 5, and we're going to come down here. We really don't have a lot of cards. I think we're at 0 onto this guy. this turn. Because he doesn't have a lot of cards. Maybe one? No, I think we're going to do that. So that is it. We are ready to go, and we're going to start with our paladin. First thing he's going to do is try to craft the name. He's going to sing George of the Jungle. 16. He needs a 14. He did not craft that name. He failed. Okay, so we'll take away one of our energy. And what we're going to do, I think, is he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's going to put his North Act, Orc Nose Axe. Sorry. Now, we can't use the same weapons, so I could conceivably. So that's about all we can do at this point. That's good. That's pretty good, though. So he is going to now use he's going to spend one. So he could ignore if he wants to discard this one. I don't know if he's going to discard it. He's going to do a 1d6, assuming that he gets a 14 or less in his roll here. A 14 or less. Oh, 19. Failure. However, our guy over here says, here, fate, please roll. So the turn is not over yet. So we're going to allow him to roll again using his fate dice, and we're going to roll a 17. He still fails. Wow, that hurts. That really hurts. That is it for him. We're going to come over to here to our... So he's going to spend 2 right here to heal her up to 31. That is a potion that heals 6. And he's going to spend 2 for the snare. And he's going to try. He has to roll a 10 or less, but he is going to try to see if we can take one of those names off. 8. Yes, there he is. So we are good. That is all his uses so far. And then we are down to our mage. Our mage has got some good stuff to play with now. I think the first thing the mage is going to do is try to get the guy's name. So we know that she's going to guess because her knowledge is going back. Rumpeltilton, does he say? Maybe. Okay. Rumpeltilton. Cthulhu. Rolls an 18. That is a failure. So she does not guess the name. Okay, so what we're going to do is, I think we're going to spend 2 to cast this spell. The Evaco Minor, it's going to do 7 damage if we pass our test. We have to have 14 or less. 9. So we're going to take this guy, and we're going to smack this guy for 7. 1, 2, 7, just like that. Okay, he is gone. Still have a few things we can do here. I think he's going to spend this 2 to put his Convent Garb on. Draw 1 card from your draw pile when your hero loses 1 life from an opponent attack. There we go. We'll save that for the next one. I think what we'll do is we're going to trigger this. 1. We're going to trigger this, and we're going to do a 1d6, and we're going to try to go after our warrior. We have a 14 magic attack. 5, so it's really just, he has a 3 armor, so anything that I roll on the 1d6 is what's going to be the damage. 3, so he is down to 4 damage actually at this point. And 4, there we are. We can't use the same type of... It's a spell. Oh, this is a weapon. So actually, I could use this. Because it's a weapon. So I can use a weapon and a spell. So we'll take our last. Now, this is going to be a bit trickier. Because I'm not as good with ranged weapons. So I have to roll an 8. And we rolled a 10. So that's a failure. Okay, but we did get an attack in. That's fine. That is it for this particular turn. We're going to come back up over here in a sec. And we're going to start with our 2 guys here. This turn, once we get to the next turn, we're going to add something. But As long as we don't heal, we might be okay. Throw his first. So we're going to really hope it. We're really hoping for 13 and above. 13 and above, that means an evil laugh. That's our first. Evil laugh first. Okay, we will roll in these things. So here's our second roll. Is a 16. Another evil laugh. So he's been doing a lot of evil laughing. Good. Well, at least doesn't heal anybody. So, Hook Joe. Hook Joe is going to roll a 2. It's a low is bad. Hook swing. Select a hero at random. Return a weapon card in play to that hero's hand. If that hero has no weapons, play nothing. So we are going to... We're going to close our eyes. Put them like that. We're going to roll our dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to be random. 4. That is her. She's got to put a random weapon back. She only has one weapon into her hand, so that is this guy right here. That's good. Okay. That's not so terrible. We've survived. That's Hook Joe. This guy's a nasty piece of work. Let's hope for that 10 to 18. 3. Oh, Jesus. Attack. A hero chosen by the group suffers 1d plus 3. 1d plus 3. Well, we're going to come over here because she has the best chance of dodging at an 8. So 1d plus 3. 5 is 8. And then we're going to roll. Anything under an 8, we could mitigate 4. Yes. So she's only going to wind up taking 4 damage. Still not wonderful because it takes us down to 21. But she did mitigate some damage there. That's a good. Now we're on our last orc here, which is a orc highwayman. Best thing we can hope for is a 13 to 18. And it's an 11. Attack. A hero chosen by the group suffers 1d6 plus 2. So we're going to come over here. 1d6 plus 2. 1, so that's 3. And he can roll. If he rolls a 5 or less, he'll take 2 damage instead of 3 damage. He does, actually. So he's going to take 2 damage. That's good. He's going down to 32. That is the end of the turn. We came across pretty good. So we're going to turn everything up. Unfortunately, our timer is marching, and we're going to put another henchman out. And we have Basil the Red. He is a pirate. He's got 18 for life. That's something we really want to see. Okay, he's got his 18. The next step up is when we hit 3. So 4, 3 right there is the next one up when we get another one. Okay, we are back to picking out 2 cards each. Everybody gets 2 cards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, and 2. Okay, so we are now going to take our starting player. So we've taken our turn here. Now it is our player's turn. First thing we're going to do is we've uprighted all our things that we need that we can use. Okay, let's see what we do. Who's going to go first? We'll close our eyes. Take this one. Oh, looks like we have our ranger who's going to go first. Okay, we have, everybody's going to take 2 cards. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then everybody's going to decide whether they're going to be 0 or 2. And let's just see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have some 5 there. Let's just see. Wouldn't mind getting a couple more here. What's this? Pick a hero or one opponent until the end of the turn. They cannot attack each other. Oh, that's a good one. We may keep that. Oh, we have a dirk. Look at that. That might be a good one to get out. Oh, even a sword. Oh, if you can get that out. Add 2 to your hero's melee. Oh, that's even better. Here's archery. If I had some archery, that would be really good. I don't think I'm worried about this, so that's going to give him 6. And I think that's where we'll stop there at 6. So we'll put 6 on there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. and see where we go with that. We're down to 3, 2 more, and then we can name this guy too. Okay, I don't know what we have here. This is actually the next day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7. What we have here? Add 3 to your hero's magic. Oh my god, you can almost hit every time. Add 2 to your... Oh my gosh. 4. This attack does 12. It does to Invocator Major. Oh, we're going to want that for sure. 0. Lose 1 game plus 2. I think 1, 2, we have 7 there, right? So there's a 0, 1. That gives him 8. We'll keep this one. So we're going to give him 9 right here. So this is kind of a push, but we're going to give him 9 mana or 9 power to play with. You can see as it goes, they do get more powerful. It takes a while to wind up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the game, so the advantage starts with our, with that. Oh, and one of the things we forgot to do, of course, is take the timer off. Take the timer off. So we are down to 1, 2. The next turn, we're going to add another. So let's hope we can name him, and we can start attacking him. Okay, we got him done. You can only have a maximum of 7 cards. Okay. Don't think we're going to need this. And let's maybe keep that. Let's get rid of this. This should give him a ton of freaking ton of power. Let's just see what we got here. This should be pretty close to 9 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he's got 10 power to play with this turn. 1, 2, 3. Now when I come across, it is our turn here. Let's see what she's going to do. I think she's going to try to get rid of that. So let's go. So we're going to use one of these. Her best is a 10. We know that from previous attempts. We have an 18, so we have a failure here. Okay, she failed to do what she was going to do. What we might do then is, okay, we're going to spend 2 to give her a +2 melee. Gives her 10. And then I'm going to spend 2 more to put our dirt down. That's it for her. I'm going to spend this last one. With luck, we have to roll a 10. And so we're going to play our last thing, 10. And that'll do 1d6 times 2 if it hits. So we need a 10 or less. 16. We fail. What else is new? Okay, we're going to come across to our mage. Mage, as you know, has a 14. She is very knowledgeable. So she says, I am guessing you are Drizzt. 12. No, pretty good guess though. He says, oh my god, you're getting close. So that's the first round done. Then what we're going to do is he's going to spend this 3, 1, 2, 3 to up his magic by 3. Gives him 17 when he's attacking. He's going to keep that one. Then he's going to put out the Tumultuous Thunderbolt. Whoops. So that's a spell. That's a spell. I don't think I have a weapon in my hand. Okay, so we're going to stop there. Then we're going to spend our Tumultuous Thunderbolt that says we're going to spend X, which will be 4, to attack. And we're going to do 1d6 times 4. So we're going to spend all 4 if we pass. So we need a 17 to pass. We got a 2. So we're going to do a 1d6 plus 4. And who are we going after? 1d6 plus 4. I think we're going to go against this guy Red. So he's got only a 1. He can't try to get away. Whoops, let's put it in the bag. 5. So 1d6 plus 4 is 9. 1, 2, and a 9. That's a great turn for him. We didn't get rid of anybody, but at least we are going to Get him down to a reasonable amount. And he has no more left. He is done. It is now our dwarf here. Our dwarf turn. Okay, what has he got? Well, he's got some axes. First thing he's going to do, he's going to craft. He's going to craft. He's singing. He's going into his dungeon miniature forge anvil and says 10. We know we have a 14 in crafting. That is it. We have now taken that off. We are now able to see somebody, the kobold. And he is Karabustel the kobold. He's got no shielding. He's got a dodge effect, though. And he's got three times the number of players. So he has 9. He's got a dodge. Okay, so he only has 9, though. So that's not too bad. Only has 9. And we can attack him now. 5. We found out who he is. We've really only killed one kobold so far. 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so there we are. He has 9, so 3 times the number of players. His magic is 3. I don't know why that's important, because he doesn't have really any magic attacks, or if he was testing, I guess. We're going to come over to here. Oh, and we've used one for the test. Well, I think he's going to play this for 3, so he's going to take 3 off his. And now that's going to give him a 17 in terms of melee. So that's almost a short hit, really. We can only use one axe or the other. We're going to use the big axe right here, of course. We can then, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think what we'll do is spend 3 here to put down a weapon, and then what we're going to do is spend the 1 for our attack, which is a 1d6, and we ignore the pro value of armor against this weapon's attack if I discard it. So we're going to spend 1. So he has a 1 die plus 5, so potentially 11. He's going right after the big guy. The big guy does have an evade, though. So first we're going to do this. Doesn't have any armor, but he has a big evade. 2. So we have a 2 plus 6 is only 8, right? Or 5. So that's only a 7 damage. Now he has to, if he rolls 8 or less, he'll only take 4 of that damage. He rolls a 20. 20 is a critical failure on his part. So he is going to take all the damage, which is 7 damage. 5, 6, and 7. There we are. There we go. That is the end of all our turns. He's got 2 more left, but there's nothing he can do because you can only use 1 weapon. We're all done. We are here now. So starting with our here, hopefully he's not going to heal everybody along the way, but he is pretty good. Now remember, next turn we're going to get another henchman. So we're going to get another henchman. So he's going to roll this twice. First, he rolls a 14. Nothing. Evil laughter. Not bad for a guy that just is going to die. Oh, and then looks like a 9. A 9 is heat weapon. With the most fate must select one of their weapons to play and put it back in their hands. That's fine. He'll put this weapon back into his hands. That's not a problem. Good to have 2 weapons. There we are. We'll put that out. There we are. Let me just put that back in his hand. Okay, we're going to come across to our Hook Joe. Hook Joe rolls an 8. Attack a hero chosen by the group suffers 1d plus 3. So we're going to roll 1d plus 3. He's got a 5. That's an 8. We could just take 5 here. So he's got a 6, though. Okay, so he's going to try to mitigate. So 6. So he's got an 8 so far. 17 he does not, but he does have this card, which you can take, and he's only going to take 4 damage. So he's down to 28. Okay. we're going to play our orc warrior. He's got a 4 attack. A hero chosen by the group suffers 1d6 plus 3. We're going to come over here. So he's just going to play this card. Discard this card after an opponent rolls for a damage. And he loses 4. You may play this card before an opponent rolls the action die. The opponent loses 4. Well, let's pretend that I should have done that. And he just says, screw you. He snares him before he even does anything. I got to remember the order of things. So it's important. There's a lot going on here, really. So here he comes. There we are. There we are. And we'll move this guy around. There we are. So he's dead. He didn't even make it. So we'll just put that there. Finally, so that was our second guy. Here's our third guy. And he is Orc Highwayman. A 6. Attack a hero chosen by the group. 1d6 plus 2, so he's going to have potentially up to 8. And we can try to mitigate here. Oh, he rolls a 1. Oh, 1. So that's 1. So he has 3. He's going to try. He needs an 8. 2. He takes only 2 damage. 19. And lastly, our player here, the Red. Basil the Red rolls a 15. Nothing. Shouts a pirate curse. Arr, you scurvy dog. That is the end. But, however, this is our third timer, which means we're going to get another henchman out. A Buccaneer Beachcomber. So, we have taken all our turns. It's time to return everybody here. So everything is neutral. We're going to bail another one at a time. So we're down. Next turn we are going to put another henchman out. We're almost dead. We've almost killed the kobold. So we are going to take 2 cards for everybody. 1, 2, 1. I think we've got a lot of choices now. We've got some good heavy hitting cards, which is nice. We will take our, close our eyes a little bit. We'll just mix those up. And we're back to our paladin, who still has a fate marker, actually. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just go and see. Now, I think he has 10 right here now, and I don't think we need much more here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's got 10. I don't know if I want to add any more to this or not. Let's just see. So I think what we're going to do, I don't think we're going to add anything. So we're just going to go with the 10 here. And we're going to keep our cards. We can have a maximum of 7. So we have our 10, right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we're going to keep everything coming along here. Here I think we have 6 or 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We only have a dirk. It'd be nice to have an arrow finally come out, or a bow or something. Oh, a spear thrower. Isn't that great? Ooh, oh, look at the bow. Oh my God. It's going to take 5 to put out. So I think he's going to go 1. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's good. I think we're good at that. So we're going to leave him at 7. 5, 6, and 7. I think we've got some good options now. I think he's got at least 9 or 10 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Now remember, once I run out of cards, the cards are gone. So we'll have to play what we have. So we won't have any more options. That's 5, 9, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 now, unless I want to add to that. What do we have here? 0. Pick a hero and pay up to 5. Restore 2 life for each endurance spent. That's not bad. We're going to keep that. You know what? We'll put this one under to give us 1 extra mana. I'm calling it mana. It's hard. Power. Okay, there we are. We are going to now start over to here. We're going to see what we can do here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a 1 here. And you can see I have a throwing hatchet. It says, test my ability for range, and the opponent of your choice loses 3. He has no armor, but he does have a dodge. This is not an attack, so he can't really dodge it because it says it's not an attack. So we're going to go right after this guy, and we're going to roll. So basically, we're either going to lose this card, but if we roll a 12 or less, we're going to hit him for 3. He does. He hits him for looks like a 9. Bang. Bang. Our kobold goes down. I'll just put him up here because he's down now. This axe is gone. We're just going to put that over here just to get rid of it. So that's our first. Then I think what he's going to do is he's going to spend 1 right here. And he's going to do 1 die as 5. If assuming that he hits, of course, he has a 17 to hit on. So we have a 6, so of course we're going to hit. So let's go for somebody who we think we can kill. Let's go kill this guy. So it's a 1d6 plus 5. So any up to 11. He's 3. He has an armor value of 1. So we have 8 minus 1 is 7. There we go. 7. Done. That's so much for that. And he's still got a few things he can do here. I think what he's going to do is he's going to play 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he's going to put some more armor down. So we've got a little bit more armor to play with. And that will be his turn. We're going to come over to here to our ranger. Our ranger. Ranger is going to play 5. Whoa, right there. Going to get her bow down. That's nice. This bow does attack 1d plus 6. So we're going to take our 1 energy. 1d plus 6 or 1d plus 5? 1d plus 5. He is going to go after, potentially, let's go after this guy right here. So first we have a 17 to deal with. No, sorry. 14. No, 12. Do we have anything that can help that? No. So he's got a 12. Not 6, no problem. So it's really just how much damage now. We have a 6 damage. He does 2 is 4. 4 minus 5 is 9. Not bad. There we are. We're down to here. Okay, she is allowed a melee attack too, actually. That was because that was a ranged attack, so I could go in with the dirk and try. He is only a 1d6 plus 2. She has a 10, so let's roll a 10. Use our final mana. Roll a 10 or less. 17 did not hit. Okay, so that's the end of her turn. We are now to our wonderful mage here. Got a couple spells. I think what we're going to do a magic attack, which is 14. We're going to spend 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. For 12 if I pass. So I have a 14, as you know, right there. Actually 17 because I have a plus 3. So anything less than 17, 12 is going to do 12 damage right there. We are offing this guy right there. So we are doing really well right now. Okay, and that was a spell. Now I can't use a spell if I have a weapon, and I do not. So I've already done my magic attack, so I can't do a magic attack. So what he's going to do is he's going to play this, pick a hero and pay up to 5. Restore 2 for each of that. So he's might as well just go the whole, if he's going to do that, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And he's going to put him back to 29. So he's back to 29, 7, 6. We're almost down to this. It's almost done. Our kobolds are waning. It is our kobold turn. Next turn, when we hit this guy, he's going to... that's our number 1 turn, and after that, there's nothing left to do here because we've killed the main kobold, so he doesn't get a lot of action, so that's good. So let's go and start. So the first thing we're going to do is start right here. Oops. Official roll is a 15. 15 says nothing. He just throws a pirate curse at me. Scurry dog. Next guy rolls a 11. Attack. A random hero suffers 1d plus 3. So we'll do a random hero. So we have a 3, we have a 4, so that's potentially up to 7. Random hero. Okay, we have a 4 here. Let's just roll just to make sure it's truly random. 4, that's this one right here in the middle. Okay, so he potentially is going to do 7 damage. Oh, here we are. He's going to mitigate 3 of it right there with this. 1 attack, 1 damage. So he's going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3, thanks to his garb here. That's the end of that. And then the last guy, of course, he's going to attack. Hopefully nothing. Another, looks like a 3. Attack. A hero chosen by the group suffers 1d6. 1d6 plus 3. Let's go with our mage, because our mage has that. So 1d6 plus 3. Ooh, that's 9. Okay, we can mitigate this if we roll a 5 or less, or else we're taking all 9 damage. We have a 6. Close. We will use our card here, which will at least allow us to bring a card into our hand. But we are taking 9 damage. Ow. Takes us down to 22. I think we're still in good shape. That is the end of everything here, at least for the time being. In terms of that, the kobold has nothing to do. We've gone through this. This is our last marker. We are going to bring another henchman in, and he is a orc archer, and he has 15. 15. We have some potentials to get rid of a few of these at this point. At this point, we're going to pull everything up because we're resetting. Everybody's going to draw 2 cards into his hand. 1 and 2. Let's just see if we're going to add to the mana here. Oh, I'm going to keep that. Keep that. And okay, we're going to put 1 under here just to give us some flexibility here. Okay, we have 8 now. Let's just get 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Are we going to add anything to this? Oh, a quarterstaff. That's nice. Not really that big, though. Oh, I'll keep that. I think we're going to put our disintegratus here. I think this is going to give us about 11 now, isn't it? I think 11. So it's going to give him 11. 1, 2, 10, 11. I'm going to throw this under. Should give us 11, I think. Yep, 11. You'll see why I did that in a minute. Hopefully that's going to pay off for us. 1, 2, 11. I'm almost tempted to do 1 more if I can. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to make it 12 instead. So you got to know something big's coming, folks. Something big's coming. Okay, we have a 12. Okay, let's figure out who's going to go first in this mess. Ah, the ranger. Ranger danger. So let's see what we got here to play with the ranger. Ranger is going to spend 1 here for 1d6 plus 5. She does have a 12. There's nothing here to help, eh? So you got to roll a 12 or less. 15. She swishes. So she swishes on the melee. That's too bad. She is going to spend her dirk here then. She'll spend another one. Because you can do an attack and a melee. She has to roll a 10 or less. 2. So we do get a 2. And then we get a 1 die, 6 plus 2. So we're going to go after this guy right here. Basically, we just need... so we're going to go... Basically, we just need a 3 or more. 4. That's good. We've taken care of this guy. Our pirates are slowly escaping. They're not wanting to play anymore with us because they know how powerful we are. He's going to spend 2 more. And he's going to put some armor down. Here we are. That should help mitigate. There we are. We're going to come across to our... I think he's going to spend X here. Well, let's do it this way. We got a spell. We got a spell. Do we have a weapon? Oh, we do have a weapon. We have a quarterstaff. So he's going to spend 1 to put the quarterstaff down. Makes sense because if he puts the quarterstaff down, he can do a magical attack and a that. Okay. I think we'll save that. So let's go after this. So we're going to have to spend X, and X is between 1 and 6, and it's a 1d6. So let's go after big guns. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we're going to spend it all. So we're committing to our magical test. We need a 14. So if we have a 14, we're going to do some damage. Oh, no, 17, because we have that plus 3. Is that an 18? Oh my god, I swished it. Complete miss. Wow, complete miss. We can't use a spell, but we do have our quarterstaff. We're going to spend 1 for the quarterstaff. So we're going to do a 1d6, assuming that I roll a 6 or less. And we'll go after this guy. Nope, he's completely switched it. He does get this, though. He says, actually, he's going to use his fate and says, you know what, buddy? Roll again. So before we even used our dirk, which we missed, he says, let's roll this again because I'm going to spend my fate token on you. And we roll a critical. Oh, yeah, a critical hit. So I'm going to get 1 card for that. And I'm also going to do 1d6 plus 6. So, again, we're going to go after one of these big guys. The quarterstaff still missed. We'll pretend we've done that. So, rolls high. It's 12. So we're going to go after this guy right here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1. 2 and 3. And 3 and 3 and 3. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I don't think he could do else. He's done his spell. He's done his melee. He's got that. What else do we have here? Oh, well. He can do a test. That's a spell, so we're not going to use that. We can't use our sling. And so here we are. We're going to spend 9 of our 11 to put out the Oz Herd. It is a weapon. We have 2 left. I'm just wondering, do we take a chance on this? Because we do get to roll 14, 17. I would need a 13 or less to make that hit. But boy, when that hits, it's a 1d6 plus 2d6 plus 6. So quite frankly, he's going to spend the 1. The disadvantage, of course, at this point is that it is a -4, attack -4. So at 17, I have to run 13 or less. So, and then we can go after this guy, 13 or less. We have a 19. We failed. We failed. So we do get a fate. Oh, she says, I'm going to use my fate token for you, buddy. 6. Perfect. So he's going to roll 2 of our d6. We're going to go after this guy. We have 6 plus 6 is 12. Takes him down to 3. 1, 2, and 3. So we are in really good shape coming into this turn. It's really just a cleanup at this point. So I think it's safe to stop here. We have won the scenario. Realistically, we should be going after and completing all our opponents, but we're at the cleanup phase right now. So basically next turn, I'm pretty sure that we would take care of the rest of these, or the turn after. They're not getting any more henchmen. The boss is gone. But this is how this game does play. Now, mind you, this is the first scenario, so it's pretty easy in terms of generics. So let's go up and have some final thoughts on this game, and talk about it in terms of what I normally talk about, the rules and mechanics and things like that. So just give me a second. Aventuria, final thoughts. What did I think of it? I like this game. I think if you like Marvel Champions, you're going to like this game, because there's a similarity there that makes it kind of fun, using your cards to power more cards, and the more turns you go on, the more powerful you get. But you're also having that timer of adding henchmen, and when they hit, you saw they can hit big, like 9 and 10. We had some mitigation here because we had some potions and things like that. We had snares. We had some snares. Never felt out of control whatsoever at any point during the game. I really enjoyed it. Coming up, let's talk about the rules really quickly. The rules are pretty straightforward. Basically, what you're going to do is you're going to learn the dual rules first. Say that 5 times fast. And basically, that just teaches you the mechanics of playing your deck. You can see that it wasn't that difficult. You take your cards, you do your mulligan, so you discard your cards, take 2 cards in hand, that's the first turn, play 0 to 2 cards for your mana, and then play cards if you can. You can see the first 2-3 turns, that's the advantage to these guys. As time goes on, you're going to put more weapons out. You can see me putting out that big kick-ass smacker that could do potentially up to 12 damage. I still swished. All at the same time, we are battling the various henchmen. Now, I'm sure that these are harder scenarios in here. This one was really not that difficult. And we spent a lot of time being laughed at and cursed. Nothing like a pirate curse. So mechanic-wise, pretty straightforward. It's not that hard. I think in some of the mechanics, it shares a lot of games like Runebound, things like that, where you're going to do a test and then you're going to do your damage. Did you hit? Yes. Take your damage. Was it a critical failure or a critical success? That works too. So if you like a little bit of randomness in your game, that's what you're going to get here. You don't get that in Marvel Champions, but you do get that here, a bit more of a D&D feel. We have the Fate tokens, which you saw me use a couple of times. That allows me for a reroll if we need it, and we did, and eventually we did destroy. The Kobold wasn't that hard. Kobolds are weak. We all know that. So mechanic-wise, I liked it. I mean, you come in, you read your story, you do your tests, and then you go into your big battle. So there's not a big ramp up. You read your little bit of story. You saw we had to put 2 cowardly goblins in because we missed, and then we got some fate tokens, and there's a few other things that we could have done if it went right for us. But hey, things happen through the game. In terms of value, I think there's a great value in the core game. It is on Kickstarter right at the moment. It is a reprint plus an expansion. Of course, I've backed it, the new expansion. I'm going to put the link here in the below, and in this towards the end here, we're going to put that link in so that you can go and link to the Kickstarter. So far, I like the rules. I like the mechanics. I like the narrative of the game, right? It sets up the story, so we have a story. We're not just going, let's go kill each other. No, we have a story, so that's good. For value here, I think there's value. Quite a good game. I think if you can find it and play it, you're really, really going to like it, in my opinion. This is a clear 2 thumbs up. I'm glad that it is back on Kickstarter so that we can back it. again, and you can get everything and all the goodies. So please go and back this game. It's a lot of fun. Now, I did make some changes, as you saw, just to mitigate space, where I was using little tokens for the power rather than trying to keep track of the cards. I just removed them. I've started putting them on, then I started taking them off. So that is a mitigation for me in terms of space, because I'm not really dealing with a lot of space. Kind of seeing how crowded this is, because my table really ends literally right here and right about here. There's a little more space, but my monitors and stuff are on there. So please, I hope you enjoyed this run through. Now I'm going to edit the hell out of it to bring it down. I think the play, there's certain times when I'll be able to speed things up just to move it along. I may skip a few turns here and there. So, but that is it. It is 2 thumbs up. I would ask you to subscribe if you really like what we did today. I ask you to go Kickstarter, take a look at the game. Like it, show me some appreciation of what I do here. This was done over about a week or so because I was in the hospital. So have pity on me and maybe like and subscribe. And we'll talk more about that maybe in a different video. Other than that, that is it for me today. Hope you enjoyed the playthrough. This is Aventuria, Sylvana, finding Sylvana in the Dark Eye. That is the core game. Now I do have other characters from different expansions. So I do have an expansion or two sitting here. So that is it for me. I am out of here. I'm going to go do some editing and enjoy the day. It is Sunday for now. I don't know when this is going up, but hopefully in the next 3 or 4 days. Thanks very much, everyone.